It's time for one of the big races that we have all been waiting for. It's time for the men's 200-meter final in the 2025 World Track and Field Championships. After crowning Oblique Seville as the 100-meter king, the question remains, who will reach the top of the podium in the 200 meters? In this race, we have some serious star power. There's Noah Lyles, the three-time defending champion in the 200. There's Kenny Bednarek from the United States, who is looking to prove his name as the new face of the 200. There's Letsile Teboho, the defending Olympic champion. And we have to mention Brian Lavelle, who has been looking so strong in the opening races of this men's 200. In both the opening heats and the semifinal, Lavelle went through the opening 100 in right around 10.12 seconds, which is a pace that very few have ever reached over the opening half. But not to be outdone was Noah Lyles, who dropped a stunning 19:51 in the semis with a 10.13 opening 100. The times that were required just to make it into this final are simply ridiculous. Not only did you have to break 20 seconds in order to make it to this starting line, but you probably were going to need to run something closer to 19.8. For many, this race boils down to what Noah Lyles can do against his competition. He ran a huge world lead in the semis, he achieved this under wind-legal conditions, and his close has gone nowhere, as he closed his second half in 9.38 in the semis. The battle to make the podium will likely be down to four individual sprinters: Lyles, Lavelle, Bednarek, and Teboho. And now, without further ado, let's head to the track and see how this men's 200 final unfolded. When looking at the greatest 200 races of all time, we are without question seeing one in this meet. For this men's 200, the opening 100 meters was one of the fastest in the history of this half-lap event. Through the opening 100, Brian Lavelle absolutely went off, and he was in the lead through the first 100 with a split of 10.03. This is some insane speed. This is the fastest opening 100 in a very long time, and coming in second through this opening one was Kenny Bednarek in 10.09. Following behind these two was Noah Lyles, Letsile Teboho, and Zarnell Hughes, and this opening 100 put them on pace to do something very special. And let me ask you a question. Who do you think had what it took to bring home the gold after a fast opening 100 like this? Well, the answer that many of you have is probably correct, because with a finishing time of 19.52, Noah Lyles again won the World Track and Field Championships in the 200 meters. And finishing in second was Kenny Bednarek in 1958, followed by Brian Lavelle in 1964. Just to get into fifth place in this race, you had to run a 19.78. This was a very impressive 200-meter performance, and interestingly, Noah Lyles' semifinal was 0.01 seconds faster, so it is very possible he went a little too quick in that semi. But either way, Noah Lyles just made history with his 200-meter victory, as he is now the only other athlete in addition to Usain Bolt to win 4 consecutive World Championships in the 200 meters. Noah's reign as the 200-meter king is so incredibly solidified that I don't think there's any doubt that he is at least top 2 in this half-lap race. Alongside Usain Bolt, Noah's ability to take wins in this 200 is basically unmatched. With a final 100 close of 9.4, this 19.52 now gives Noah the number 1 and number 2 times in the world this season, and funnily enough, he did them in 2 consecutive days. For Bednarek, this silver is a solid bounce back from his 100-meter disappointment, and after this race, he officially has the second most sub-20s in 200 history. And coming in third with a time of 19.64 is Brian Lavelle with a new personal best in 19.64 seconds. Thanks for watching, everyone, and as always, until next time.